Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Glow Up Guide. Okay, so two things. First of all, I apologize. My voice sounds really weird. So maybe 3 or 4 days ago at this point, I had this weird sensation in my throat. It was like something was stuck in my throat, but I knew nothing was. And I literally just could not speak. My voice sounded really weird, so I take chorus. I'm a high soprano, which means a really high voice. And my voice sounded really, really low. Like lower than this even, okay? This is not even my normal voice, not even close to it. And then it just got worse from there. So December 30th, like 2 days ago at this point, I pretty much lost my voice entirely. I was trying to talk to my mom and I could not produce any sound. So I pretty much lost my voice and my throat really, really hurt, like really bad. Okay, I could not even like eat. Yeah. But I suffered and I'm alive now, which is good. Obviously, I'm alive. Yes, victory. Anyway, and yeah, my voice still sounds very weird, but I did not want to record yesterday because my throat was actually hurting yesterday, and New Year's Eve, and I was kind of busy and mess. So yeah, pretty much it, and yeah. So I'm recording today because my voice sounds a lot better, and I'm just trying to get this done. So yeah, and the second thing is my mom's currently playing a movie. I don't know if you can hear it, but I can, so it might record it in the episode. But my voice just might be covering it. I don't know at all because I do not listen to these. I do not edit them, and that's why most of them suck. But anyway, I cannot stand the thought of listening to my own voice for even 2 seconds. I literally died, like the second the video started playing in my tech ed class, like last week, 2 weeks ago, for a presentation to create a video for a small business outline. That was our project. I literally died doing the video as soon as it started playing. I was literally cringing. So yeah, that was really fun. So that's probably why the quality of most of my episodes suck, but I don't really care. We're not here for the quality, we're here for the words and advice I have to give. Yes. And the other thing is I literally just recorded this episode, okay? So it's January 1st, 6:13 p.m. And I recorded it and it said uploading and I reloaded it and the thing went away. So now I'm really, 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 really mad because I had a really good audio piece. So this is the second time I'm recording it. Yeah, that really sucks. So, yeah, today I wanted to do a 2020 reflection to share with you guys some lessons I've learned, what I'm hoping for the new year to look like, and some goals I want to achieve in 2024, and some goal setting tips and how to stay motivated to accomplish these goals. So I really hope all of these help you guys and like inspire you to take control of the new year and get your life together in 2024. Oh, speaking of New Year, people may have had fun. I don't know. So I pretty much yesterday, December 31st, I hung out with my friends for a bit. Well, one of my friends and a bunch of these annoying boys who I just talked to. But yeah, so that was really fun. And then everyone went inside, and it was freezing cold. And yeah, I died pretty much. And my friend went to a party. So yeah, what did I do? Let's see. So I stayed up until 12. I baked pizza rolls, which are really good, and I made a cake. Also really good, even though it was box mix. I mean, semi screwed it up because it wasn't ready by 12. Usually we like cut the cake as soon as the clock hits 12. It's just stupid tradition, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Didn't really do much fun thingies, I guess. I don't know what to call it. This is gonna be a really short introduction. Considering the fact that it's only 4 minutes into the episode and I'm pretty much done with everything I have to say. But anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much it going on in my life. So before moving on, let's do one thing we're grateful for and one thing we're happy about. Okay, so one thing I'm grateful for, is my bullet journal, because my bullet journal is amazing. I am literally just using a concept because I cannot think of a single thing. I am looking around my room and I'm at my desk and my bullet journal is behind my Chromebook against the wall. Very specific. Anyway, so I started bullet journaling maybe in April, and it's a really helpful system. The only downside I would say is that setting up the spreads every month takes a lot of time. So that's kind of a mess, but if you have a lot of free time, like I do, you might want to try bullet journaling because it's a really helpful like planning system, and you can do pretty much whatever you want. Literally just find a random lined notebook lying around. Oh my god. Find a random lined notebook lying around in your house and grab a pen and like find some minimalistic spreads on Pinterest and like do them. It is the best system ever, I swear. But I'm grateful for my bullet journal because it's like helping me take control of my new year and like get organized, get the freak organized. So yeah, one thing I'm happy about is the fact that it's like a new year and it's like a true Sunday reset thing. Okay, so I saw this thing on Pinterest and it said like you just realized that the last day of 2023 is on a Sunday. It was like a true and it's a new day of a new week of a new year. And it's like a true Sunday reset. So I was like, oh yeah, it is. And yesterday was really fun. It was kind of chaotic because I was like trying to get my life together and clean my room. I did not do that. It's still a mess, somewhat. I don't even know why I'm breaking up all my words. Anyway, so yeah, that was really fun. And my mom also showed me this thing that my grandfather from my mom's side sent her. It said what the date, if you put it into numbers, like December 31st, 2023, it was 12/31/23. So that's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that happens like every 100 years. So that's fun. Yeah, little random tidbit. Okay, so moving along. So starting with some life lessons that I've learned over the course of 2023. The first one definitely being about comparison. I have honestly learned a lot about comparison. First of all, I've started to kind of accept myself more. I used to pretty much hate the way I looked until like a few months ago, but now I feel like more confident about myself and my appearance, and I learned that we are all born gorgeous and perfect in our own ways. And it's important to have like a sense of self-love. Secondly, I learned that when you compare yourself to others, you feel horrible about yourself. Okay. Like yeah, and it's such a negative feeling to an extent that it has no name. But if you have like no, if pretty much everyone has had this feeling, is like comparing themselves to others. Like it sucks. Like it just sucks. Straight up sucks. It is like really negative, and you just feel worse about everything. So yeah, just don't do that to yourself. It really is one of the worst feelings ever. So, third thing. Okay, so I saw this thing that said, keep a photo of yourself when you're really young, whatever that means to you. So when you compare yourself, um, it's just like, so you wouldn't be mean to a child, right? And if you're still a child, that photo of you, it's still that child, right? You were once a child. And you would not just walk up to a random child, or if you saw your past self, you would not just walk up to that past self and say that negative self. No, what is it? Depreciating that negative and depreciating thought to that child, or any child in all honesty. Like any child. So yeah, you wouldn't do that. So I thought about it for a really long time. And this is the concept I came up with. So you were once an adorable 5-year-old, right? And that 5-year-old is still the same person now. Like you didn't just like switch souls when you got older. You still have the same soul that that 5-year-old had. So that hence the meaning that that 5-year-old is still a part of you today. And yeah, so it's still the same person now, just on the exterior more mature and older in age. That 5-year-old is still a part of you. You would never, ever, ever say those things to a child, right? You wouldn't just go up to them and be like, you're ugly, you're too fat, whatever. You would never do that to a child, to your younger self, to any child ever, honestly. Okay? You wouldn't say them to anyone to begin with, okay? Not just children. Anyway. Um, so yeah, because comparing yourself to others, you would just never say these things to a child, so don't say them to yourself. That's the point. So comparing yourself to others is the exact same thing as being mean to a child. That really hit me hard, okay? So don't say these mean things to yourself. Don't compare yourself, basically the concept. Because you are beautiful just the way you are, okay? And yeah. Number 2, it's just straight up dumb to care about what others think of you. Like, just why do I want to waste my time on that? Okay, and also, I'm pretty sure you've heard this all the time, but like no one cares anyway. Your people, like everyone to exist, is probably too worried about thinking about what you think of them to be worried about to be worried about like what others think of them to focus on you, right? And you're doing the exact same thing, so no one really cares. Yeah. So it isn't embarrassing if you do something embarrassing and then worry about it. It's embarrassing when you do that thing and then you actually like start to care about what others think of you afterwards. That's dumb. Okay, waste of energy, waste of time, waste of life. It's bleh. Anyway. So everyone has different opinions, so you can't just like make every single person you meet satisfied. So there are two people, right? And one of them, like, just be yourself at this point, right? You're being yourself, and then one of these people actually really likes you and has a similar personality that connects and clicks, and the other one freaking hates you, and just doesn't like anything about you or your personality or traits or whatever. So if you try to please everyone, right? So you're trying to please the person that hates you, the person that actually liked the original version of you isn't isn't gonna like you anymore, right? And then if you try to be in the middle, then no one's gonna like you. So just like be yourself, be authentic. Oh, I read this book. I finished the book a couple of days ago. Uh, The Way I Used to Be by Amber Smith. Really good book. It should. So, yeah, it's not typically what I read, but it's a really like inspiring kind of book. Like if you think about it after a while, do you read it? Think about it. Okay. So, let's see here. So there's this girl, and she has some past traumas right before starting her freshman year of high school. So this story is told throughout her 4 years of high school and what like trauma can do to you. That's the concept of this story. Um, so she becomes a completely different person from that experience. Okay, like it completely changes her, and she has like one friend. That's it. Okay, like her one best friend. Um, and she changes so much that she ends up hurting everyone she ever loved, and she ends up losing her best friend in the end. Um, so yeah, it's just yeah, it's that's what people pleasing can do to you. The people who originally used to like you aren't gonna like you anymore because you're just trying to please everyone. And if you try to please everyone, honestly, no one's gonna like you because you're not really being yourself in either way. Uh, so yeah, it's freaking impossible. So I personally am not a people pleaser, and I don't try to be for that exact reason. Obviously, you want to be kind to others, listen, be patient, etc. I mean, no offense, but if you're like constantly mean to that one person, they aren't gonna like you, and you certainly can't not expect them to. But if you're nice and patient and supportive and listen to others, and then if people don't like you, then that's dumb and that's their loss. Okay, like you're being an amazing person, you're an amazing person, and if they refuse to see that and like you, and they don't like you, then that's their loss and that's their stupidity. Okay, like don't worry about it. It's them, not you. Okay. So yeah, like too bad for them. That sucks. Don't like drain yourself trying to please others, and don't exhaust yourself by always obsessing over what others think of you because it's a waste of time, waste of life, and that's not gonna make you happy, honestly. There are so many other better things you could be doing than worrying about what that one person thought of your hair today or what one person commented on your outfit about, okay? It's dumb. Yeah, so waste of time. Another thing is that when you're constantly trying to please others, you're showing the world an alternate version of yourself. So you simply aren't going to attract like your people in this world. Even if you're kind of, even if you're like, oh, damn it, okay. So especially if you're trying to make friends, like if you're an introvert trying to make friends, for example, um, you aren't going to actually like any of the people you meet because once again, taking that two people example. So if you meet that one person that likes you for who you are, and then that one person that hates you, and you try to please the person that hates you, the person who likes you isn't going to like you anymore. And if you try to be in the middle once again, no one's gonna like you. So that's just like an endless cycle of stupidity. Um, and also that person who used to hate you but likes you like that, they like the alternate version of yourself. So that doesn't make sense because they like a different version of you. It's not even like you. Okay, it's not you. It's that alternate self that you're showing them to please them. But that's just dumb, okay? Like you don't need to like show an alternate version of yourself to this world just to try and please everyone. Um So be yourself and be nice to like. Yeah, you aren't gonna like any of these people because they don't. Their personalities don't truly click with yours. So just be yourself and like be nice to. Okay, so number three, I think So I learned this from Young Sheldon, really the best TV show ever, and it's like comedy. It's so funny, and like go watch it now. Okay, it's on Netflix, season 1 through 5. But yeah, you can get it in a bunch of other places. Anyway, so Sheldon learned that playing the piano is what helped Einstein get all his ideas. So if you've never heard of it, Sheldon's like 10 years old in the beginning of the episode series. Sorry, in high school, really smart to a point where it scares me. Probably smarter than Einstein. Has a lot of really confusing physics words. Lives in Texas and has no accent. Um. So yeah. Anyway, so the music thing isn't working out for him. He keeps trying. Like he starts to like play musical instruments and like a violin, a piano, blah 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 blah, and nothing works because he is a person of physics and cannot go in creative fields like music. So yeah, that's dumb. Uh, so he's just like trying the music thing to see if that helps him with his brilliance, or whatever. So he tries for a few weeks, nothing happens. So he does some more research on Einstein and comes up with the fact that Einstein was Jewish. So he doesn't identify with any religion strongly, though he is like moderately atheist. I think later in the series he says that he's an atheist because he's like focused on scientific facts of what made the universe. So he just doesn't believe in God. And his mom is a very religious Christian, so she was not happy at all with his decision. His very sudden decision, first of all, to convert to Judaism. But as he gets on the phone with someone in a local synagogue, I think I'm saying that right. Sheldon says to the man that he would like to convert to Judaism, and the man goes like, "Why?" And he's like, "Because Einstein was Jewish." And then the man on the other end of the phone tells Sheldon that when he dies, God won't ask him why he wasn't Albert Einstein. But if Sheldon spent his whole life trying to be more like Einstein, what God will ask him is why he wasn't Sheldon. Because God created this Sheldon person to be his own person, that was God's intent for him to be his own person, to be this amazing person, to make this difference in the world. Yeah, that was the intended purpose. But if Sheldon was continue striving to be like Einstein, that purpose wasn't going to be achieved, right? So that's what God is going to ask him. Why weren't you Sheldon? And Sheldon's just like, his eyes like go wide, and he's just like silent on the phone for a couple minutes, and the man's like, after a couple seconds, he's just like, I hope that helps you, and then hangs up, and he's just like holding his phone in his hand in shock, and he's like, that's so true. Oh my gosh, yeah. And I thought the exact same thing. That is so true. You can apply this to any area in your life, honestly. So be yourself, be nice, and that's how you live a good life. Number 3, the importance of living in the moment and appreciating your life, and also just having fun, honestly. So, life is a gift given to us. We only get one chance at it, though. So we need to make the most that we can out of that one chance. Don't just wish your life away because the present is a gift. Let me tell you a story. So there was a boy, right? And he was in elementary school and he thought, man, this sucks. But once I get to middle school, my life will really begin. Gets to middle school and he thought, oh, middle school really sucks. But once I get to high school, my life will actually begin, like for sure. He gets to high school and I'm pretty sure you can guess what happens. Now he goes, sorry, not again. This sucks. But once I get to college, my life will really begin. And he gets to college, and once again, he goes, ugh, oh my god, why was I decided to be here? This place sucks. And he keeps doing that for each phase of his life, deciding that it sucks. And he keeps thinking, like, he goes into each phase of his life and thinking that this is when his life will really begin. And he goes through each phase of his life thinking that only to decide it sucks and keeps hoping for the next phase. And the reason that it sucked for him is because he never really truly lived the previous phase in his life. So you need to live all these phases in your life to be prepared for the next one, right? And he wasn't prepared for it, so that's why he thought it sucked. And the reason he wasn't prepared for it is because he was too busy in elementary school wanting to be in middle school, and middle school wanting to be in high school, and so on and so forth. So he could never truly see middle school, elementary school, high school, whatever these experiences, for what the experiences truly were. Like, these are all gifts given to us, and the boy is honestly just throwing them right out the window, okay? Like, quite literally. So that's why his life really sucked, because he refused to stay in the moment, and he was always so focused on going to the next phase in his life that he couldn't just appreciate and be grateful for these moments he was given. And that's why it sucked, because he couldn't just focus on the current moment and be happy for that. He just wanted to be the next one, and that's what made it truly suck and like bleh, be annoying for him or whatever. So yeah, so he gets through each phase of his life thinking that, the same negative mindset, and he keeps wishing each phase of his life away, hoping for the next one to come. He keeps doing this until he gets to retirement. And in retirement, he wishes that he could go back in time and travel the world and date and play and do things that he could only do when he was younger, because now he's like 75 and retired in a retirement house, all alone and dying. Yeah. So he just gets really sad about that, and he thinks back to all of the things he could have done but never did, because he was too, even the boy realized that he was too focused wanting to go to the next phase in his life. He never lived it, and now he's being depressed and lonely. So he dies unfulfilled and depressed, lonely, blah, sad, single, whatever. And that truly shows the importance of not wishing your life away. So be grateful for these moments that we are given, because each one is like opening a new present, and you would be excited to open a present, right? So look at the present moment as if it was an actual gift. Number 4, reward yourself. Oh wait, no, wrong thing. Sorry. So number 5, number 4. Oh my God, what am I saying? Hold on, give me a second. Number 4, lower your expectations in friendships and most relationships. Obviously, not like romantic relationships. Keep your standards sky high in terms of those, because you only deserve the best in terms of romantic relationships. But for friendships and even yourself, your goals that you have, expectations of others that you have, lower them. For example, I have this one friend. So she's amazing. She's always there for me, fun, nice, etc., etc. But she's always late. And I don't mean just like 5 minutes. Oh, oopsie daisies. Some traffic happened, and that's why I'm a few minutes late. No, she's like half an hour late, or even more sometimes. Yeah. So I'm not gonna go ahead and call her a terrible person just because she's constantly late, because she's still all those amazing things, right? So I'm just gonna focus on the good and defy her society. Oh my gosh, that's wild. It all starts with conscious choices, right? Conscious choices are the key to solving this mess, right? So you can make that choice to focus on the good in people and to lower those expectations to more focus on the good. So lower your expectations in friendships, and both sides are going to be happier. Trust me. Okay, so that was all the life lessons, I guess, I've learned over the course of 2023. I hope that it helps you. So now I'm going to talk about some things I hope to become better at in 2024 and some goals I have set. Okay, so number 1, I think that once again, the number 1 thing for me is not comparing myself to others, and self-acceptance. I mean, I've gotten a lot better with not comparing myself and self-love over 2023, but there's honestly a decent chunk of room for improvement. Actually, no, I have not made much progress. I am just saying that because I have to. I'm trying to be honest right now. Yeah, there's a ton of room for improvement, but I have gotten better, in all honesty. So, yeah, I just think I need to keep going with affirmations and confidence and stuff. So if you're trying to stop like comparing yourself to others and develop this sense of self-love, you can't just like banish comparison as a whole. You need to deal with the root cause. And the root cause of comparison is a lack of confidence. So go listen to my confidence episode, whatever it was, I don't even remember. Whatever the confidence episode was titled, go listen to that, because I think that'll really help you, even though it's one of the shitty episodes. But yeah. And use affirmations, because they can really help. Yeah. So overall, I'm just trying to be like more confident in my own skin and compare myself less, and like self-acceptance and stuff like that. Number 2, stop like beating yourself up over small things like grades. So I have 3 honors classes, which is okay, but science, like, oh my God, that is the hardest class ever. My science teacher is nice and all and like chill and stuff, but his teaching logic is insane, and the class is really hard. It's so confusing. So I keep getting like C's or B's on all the major things, and that pretty much makes up my whole grade. So that sucks. So my goal is to like not beat myself over my grades for anything for that matter, because like it's not in my control that the test is really hard. Okay, so let's take this scenario, right? So you have a test, and you don't study for it like at all. You don't even open your notebook to look at notes, and you take the test, and you feel sad that you got a bad grade, but why do you feel sad? Like, okay, I'm not saying that actually no, it is kind of wrong. Okay, we're gonna be honest here. It is like completely wrong. That's messed up. You pretty much set yourself up for failure, and now you're saying that you shouldn't have done that. Like, that does not make any sense at all. So when you didn't study, you're just setting yourself up for failure, and then you expect to get a good grade. You can't expect that because failure is what you set yourself up for. So that's how this cycle is gonna work, right? It makes no sense to me, but that's just how it's gonna work. So, but if you study really, really hard for that test and you get like a C plus or something, C plus, B minus, whatever, don't beat yourself up because that's dumb. That's when it becomes dumb because you did all you could, you tried your absolute best, and you still got a bad grade. But that's okay because it's the effort that's what truly counts. So yeah, it doesn't matter as long as you truly tried. Just remember that. Okay, so that was pretty much all I had to say on like things that it could get better at. Now I want to talk about like some goals I have for 2024. So number 1, wake up at 6 a.m. Okay, so in 5th grade, I used to wake up at like 6:30 because I had to leave my house at 7:40. And then when I started taking the bus, I woke up at 6:15 because the bus came at 7:15, and then I decided, you know what, I wake up at 6:15 already. Why not just bulk it up to 6 a.m. because supposedly waking up early is really good for you. So yeah, then last year in 6th grade, I woke up at 7 a.m. for about a week because I kept sleeping through my alarms, and poof, lost the habit. I am fully aware of that, of how easy it is for me to lose good habits. And remembering that, I just kept sleeping through my alarms. Oh my god, so I didn't wake up. And that was the problem. Yeah, I just didn't listen. And then the habit's gone. So since then, like ever since then, I've been trying really, really hard to regain the habit, but no such luck at all. No progress. I'm still waking up at, like, a couple months ago, I woke up at like 7:50. My bus comes at 8:14, 8:16. So that's pretty much a mess. Yeah, I'm just really trying to work hard on that. And yeah, I just need to wake up earlier, honestly. Because yeah, so I've been trying really, really hard to gain that habit, but yeah, so if you have any tips for me, like at all, please put them in the Q&A I published for this episode. So yeah, one of my top goals for 2024 is to regain that habit of waking up at 6 a.m. because it's going to help me in so many ways. Yeah. Okay, so number 2, start journaling. Oh, okay. I think my mom's just on like laundry or something, so I apologize if you hear any like laundry machine sounds, like dryer sounds or whatever. Yeah. Anyway, so I bought a cute journal from Walmart last year in hopes that I would start journaling. Well, I did have motivation, but for some reason it just did not stick. Yeah, I was very wrong. So 8 out of 400 pages in that journal have actually been used since I bought it. Some of them have like 2 sentences on them or something. So that just goes to show how much I used it. So yeah, and the journal prompt that I do is like not even that hard, and I've had this journal for 8 months. Like, come on, it's not even that hard. So all I do, and you can also use this if you want to. So whenever I do actually journal, is one thing I'm grateful for and why, one thing I'm happy about and why, and any other emotions or just things going on or like things I just want to get out of my system, write them down. Yeah, that's it. So it takes 5 minutes, like max. I don't even know why I can't stick with the habit, but I have truly been trying. So yeah, I've really been like wanting to kind of like have 2024 as like get my life together year and like start journaling. And yeah, like I know a lot of my goals are health oriented, but that's because I have a bunch of problems and they can all be linked back to my health. So that explains it. Number 3, work out for 45 minutes daily. So over the summer, I used to be able to maintain a pretty consistent workout schedule. Because I went to pool like every other day with my friends, whenever it wasn't raining or circumstances, of course. And like I would go outside all the time. We would play soccer, and I would play soccer with a bunch of kids in my neighborhood in the field because there's like a field right outside my house. We would play soccer or do some other things. Yeah. What else? So yeah, that was pretty much all I would do, and it was But on the days that I didn't do anything else for exercise, which is very rare over the summer, I'd complete like a few workout videos from MadFit. Really good workout channel. Don't remember where I talked about it on this podcast, but I know I did. So you should go check it out. So once school started though, kind of lost the habit. And I have asthma, but it only becomes a problem when I do high intensity exercise. Okay, so this is really weird. I used to really struggle with asthma when I was like 4 or so, and then it didn't become a problem for like 5 or 6 years. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, when I'm 11 and a half, it shows up, and I cannot run to save my life or do anything for that matter if it was high intensity exercise. So I went to a doctor, and they said I have asthma again, and for some reason it's becoming a problem again. So I have asthma, and they did give me like an inhaler and stuff, but I think I used it once and it didn't even do much because I probably used it wrong, but oh shucks. So yeah, what else? And my mom was like, well, what else can she do besides medication and inhalers? And the doctor was like, well, let's see, when does asthma become a problem? I'm like, well, when I do high intensity exercise. So then my doctor's like, yeah, you can just like slowly build up your endurance with doing high intensity exercise. Just like keep building it on, and that's what I did. And now I can play soccer, and I can do a full 90-minute game without completely dying, which is really good, and that's a lot of progress. But for some reason, I have been losing that progress, and I'm really trying to get it back. I have not lost it yet. I'm like about to, and then I finally realized that. So I'm working out. Yeah. So like a month ago, I was freaking wheezing, which hadn't happened for like 4 or so years. I don't even know, maybe even longer, maybe even less. So I really need to get back to the habit of working out daily because I need to not have asthma or breathing problems because I need to play soccer. So yeah. Number 4, drinking enough water. I am extremely freaking dehydrated, and it is a severe problem. I mean, okay, so it is a problem to the extent I was working out a few days ago, and I was doing a workout in which I usually get sweaty, but I was not sweating at all. And as soon as I took a sip of water, I started sweating like crazy. Not sweating when you usually should be is a sign of extreme, extreme, extreme dehydration. I really, really need to drink more water. And I don't even know how I became that dehydrated in the first place. Like, that's probably what you're thinking right now. That's what my mom asked me. I'm like, I don't know. I am really trying, but I am still severely dehydrated. So, yeah, I really need to drink more water. A good rule of thumb is to drink half your body weight in ounces. So, I would have to drink 42 ounces of water. And every day for maybe the past 3 weeks to a month, I've been drinking 15 ounces or less. Best days, 30, and then 30 ounces or so. And then, in like the past month or so, I've had 2 days where I've actually met that 42 ounce goal, and just barely. So that's no good at all because I need to drink enough water to be able to work out. And okay, so my ultimate goal, get rid of my asthma at this point, and I need to work out to get rid of my asthma or like prevent it from coming back. Yeah, not get rid of because I don't have it. But it's not like, well, I have it, but it's not a problem. That doesn't make sense. I have it, it's not a problem, though. So in order to prevent it from becoming a problem now, I need to work out. But in order to work out, I need to drink more water. So I need to drink more water to get my ultimate goal of preventing my asthma from coming back. So yeah, my New Year's goal is to try my best to fix my water intake habits. So yay for me. Number 5, work a little harder on cutting out like sugar and junk. Okay, so yeah, at this point I'm aware that all of my goals are health oriented, but I have a bunch of problems like acne, underweightness, frequent headaches, and blah 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 that can all be traced back to my health and my diet. And since a year and a half ago, when I started to cut back sugar, I've made a ton. I mean, a ton of progress. Considering it was only a year and a half, I think it's pretty good. But on Halloween this year and last year, I don't really care about sugar intake for Halloween day and then a week after. And yes, with that intention, I am fully aware of how easy it is for me to lose these good habits. But this is hard. My low sugar intake thing, it's like, I don't know, like it's ingrained into me, so I can't. It's like when you start cutting out sugar, it makes it so that you can't eat more sugar. Otherwise, you will feel the consequences. So that's the thing. That's how you can't lose it, like almost. But even with that, since Halloween of 2023, I feel like I'm kind of like reverting to my old routine. So another goal I have for 2024 is to work harder, even harder on eating less sugar and kind of going back to the zero sugar thing that I used to have before life happened. So yeah, number 6, read 125 books in 2024. So every year I set a reading goal for myself. Well, not every year. It's been like maybe this is the third year. I don't know. Yeah. So last year it was 200. I only got to 108 though. My goal for 2024 is to read 125 books. And that might seem like a huge number to you, but I am not kidding, like, at all. I read hella fast. And I love reading, like, even in school. My school really heavily enforces reading. So I probably read for, like, half an hour in school each day, and then maybe an extra half an hour at home. And on weekends, it's even more. Like, I probably read for an hour and a half each day for a weekend. And when there's no school, even more, because I have nothing to do. So, yeah, I read a lot. So, I mean, it makes sense for the amount I read and at the speed I read. Where was I? So it's not really that big of a number for me. It's probably the lowest reading goal I've ever had. Yeah, I think so. So if one of your own goals is to read more, as I know a lot of people do, then you can start with some of my favorite nonfiction and fiction books from my book recommendations episode. So if you haven't listened to that, go listen to it. It's the previous episode. Yeah. So another thing you can try is reading a certain amount of pages or chapters daily and, like, staying committed to that goal. Because overall, everyone should read more. Books are amazing. And I saw this thing in, like, another book or a TV show or something. I don't remember. But it was like, you don't hate reading. You can't just say, I'm not a reader, I hate reading. You don't hate reading. No one hates reading. That's impossible. You just haven't found the right book yet. So start with, like, what genre you like and stuff like that, and then you can, like, actually find good books. So yeah, because I love psychological thriller, and romance novels, and that's my kind of good books, and that's mostly what the good books in my book recommendations episode are. But then again, I know a lot of people like those genres, so that probably applies to you. But I don't know. I'm not trying to make assumptions here. Just like giving advice, unsolicited advice. So yeah, that was all I had to say on, like, goals I have for the new year and things I want to get better at. I hope those inspire you and kind of, like, motivate you in a sense. Now let's talk about some tips on how to stay motivated to accomplish these goals. Number 1, start small. Don't set a goal of waking up at, like, 5 a.m. when you currently wake up at 7 a.m. every day, and don't expect to wake up that much earlier feeling energized and ready to take on the day. No, that's not going to happen. Okay? Just no. You are not going to feel that way. You're probably just going to wake up at 5 a.m. that one day, go back to sleep, and then realize that you're an hour late to school. So that's fun. Straight up, no. If your goal is to wake up at 5 and you wake up at 7 daily, try waking up at 6:30 for a month or two. And then once you've mastered that, go up to 6 and then stay there for another few months. Once you got the hang of that, then bulk it up to 5:30 and stay there for another couple of months. And once you've nailed that down, finally go up to the ultimate goal of 5 a.m. and do whatever it takes to stay there, okay? Because these good habits are really hard to gain and even harder to keep, especially waking up early. Oh my god, like, I have life experience with that. Probably the hardest habit ever to actually keep. So try your best, and if you finally get to that goal, do whatever it takes to stay there, okay? So yeah, number 2, 1 minute rule / 1% better concept. So in Atomic Habits by James Clear, he talks about how the concept of getting only 1% better every day, the tiniest baby steps to ever exist. But if you get 1% better every day for a year, you become 365% better than you were last year. So if your goal is to work out more, then work out for a minute more every day or week until you get to however much you want. If you're trying to wake up early, wake up a minute earlier each day until you reach your desired wake up time. Sorry. Oh my god. Something's got my throat. Okay. Want to start journaling? Jeez, okay, I apologize for that. Anyway, where was I? So, 1% concept. So, if you're trying to wake up earlier, wake up a minute earlier each day until you reach your desired wake-up time. Want to start journaling? Start with just one sentence a day and work your way up. Just apply this 1% better rule to every goal you have, no matter how. Just, like, figure it out, okay? You can really do that. And you're sure to achieve them. Okay, oh gosh. Number 3, keep thinking of your why. Why did you set this goal for yourself, and what do you want to achieve with it? For example, I set that goal for myself to work out more so I can get rid of so I can stop my asthma from becoming more of a problem in order to keep running and play soccer. Because I love soccer and I need to play soccer. That's my why. That's my motivation beneath the goal. So if you have a goal or a habit you're trying to develop but seem to be losing motivation, keep thinking of your why, and that's sure to motivate you. Number 4, make sure your goal follows the SMART goal setting format. This is the goal setting format to set you up for success. The S stands for specific. If you're trying to lose weight, don't just write down, I want to lose weight. Instead, write down a more specific goal, such as, I want to lose 5 or 10 pounds, like 10 pounds this year. You know exactly what to achieve, and that makes it easier to actually get at the goal. The M stands for measurable. You need to have some way to measure and track the progress of your goal. Make a list, a habit tracker, or use an app. Oh gosh, okay. So there's this app, Me Plus, I think that's it. And it's like a habit tracker thing. It's really good. I downloaded it a couple days ago, and it's kind of confusing to use at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's actually really useful. And it's actually really easy to use it once you actually figure it out. Okay, it's honestly like the easiest thing to use. I was just like, oh my god, grand breakthrough, yeah. So that's how you're gonna be really good app. You should probably download it. Yeah. So the A stands for attainable. Your goal needs to be reasonably achievable. The R stands for realistic. You can't just be like, I'm gonna run a marathon tomorrow, and when you never ran more than 20 minutes in your life. Come on. That's unrealistic. Come back to reality, bro. The T stands for time. You need to have a deadline and stick to it. Like, make your goals time oriented. In this case, it's probably going to be by the end of 2024. So, yeah. Number 5, have a plan. If you start working towards a goal with absolutely no plan in place, you're going to lose motivation and give up as soon as a roadblock comes your way because you didn't know what to do. Don't know what to do, sorry. If your goal was to run twice a week, what will you do when you've missed a few days in a row and where you get an injury and you need to take time off? Start by writing it all down. Come up with every possible scenario where a roadblock might be present and stopping you from your goals, and then come up with solutions for all of those roadblocks so you can keep going towards your goals. This way, you'll be better prepared to persevere and stick to your goals, and it's highly more likely that you're going to fall into that 20% who actually achieve their goals. Yeah, so just remember that. Those were my tips and advice bits. Sorry, I really can't speak. On how to stay motivated to achieve your goals. I hope this helped inspire you. Now, to end our episode today, I have a quote for you guys from Peggy Tony Horton. I think I'm saying that right, hopefully. The quote goes, as the year comes to a close, it is a time for reflection, a time to release old thoughts and beliefs and forgive old hurts. Whatever has happened in the past year, the new year brings fresh beginnings. Exciting new experiences and relationships await. Let us be thankful for the blessings of the past and the promise of a future. Bye, guys. Rate, review, share, and follow this podcast. Okay, so it depends on what platform you're on. Leave me a review if you're on Apple Podcasts, because I know I get a ton of plays from that, and Spotify is my second biggest one. So leave me a rating on Spotify. It's not that hard. Just click 5 stars. Thank you. And follow this podcast, drink some water, and I love you all.